There, we've started recording.
Got it.
Good, good. Hello, everybody. Happy
Hi, Joe.
Tuesday.
Just
Oh,
on your leg.
Well, that's a new band on your leg.
oh, I went for a bit of a hike this morning, so I just wanted some extra support.
Oh,
Yeah, that KT tape. It takes a little bit of stress off your muscles. So it kind of gives, think of it like an extra boost to your muscles to help them do their job.
that's what I
Is
need.
it tape, Joe?
Yep, it's called KT tape or kinesiology tape, and it's a
Hmm.
stretchy tape.
Okay.
And like I said, it just can help your muscles do their job a little bit. And it can also help prevent your injured joint from going into a dangerous range.
Right on.
Yeah, because it adds an extra stretch reflex.
I think that's
So
what I
it's,
need all over my body.
Yeah. Fair enough. It can be helpful if used the right way. Okay, let's get started on our warm up, and then we got some fun things to do today. My version of fun, maybe not yours, but we'll have a blast anyway.
I'm sure
So
we'll love it.
That's right. So we're gonna start with a box breathing pattern. And what that means is we're going to inhale for a certain amount of time. We're going to pause briefly with our lungs full of air. And then we're going to actively exhale all the way. And then we're going to pause with our empty lungs. Okay. Now, if you've been told that that's not a right breathing pattern for you, then I want you to just do your belly breathing. For the amount of time we're going to do today, I don't know of a condition that shouldn't do this kind of breathing because it's going to be quite brief. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim to inhale for 3 seconds. We're going to do just a pause and then exhale for 3 seconds and then pause. If you feel like that's too much time for you, you can shorten it to 2.5 seconds, or you can lengthen it to about 4. Okay, and I'm just going to draw out the box to help give us the visual. So, ready?
Ready.
We're going to inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause. 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 Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Remember, pursed lip, exhale, 2, 3, pause. 2 more. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, pause. Now just relax, let yourself breathe normally. So what you should have expected to feel, and I probably should have said this before we started, is it's allowed to feel uncomfortable. It's allowed to feel unnatural. Okay. Anytime we really work on your lung capacity, it should feel a little bit strange, a little bit uncomfortable. It should be bearable. It should be doable. That's the difference there. Okay. But if that felt, oh, that was really odd to hold the air in my lungs or to pause with my lungs empty, that's okay. And that's a really good way. If that felt good for you, I would recommend you practice that at home, even just 10 cycles of it. Okay. Now, let's get one foot, one heel lifting at a time. And we're going to maintain our breathing pattern. And most of you have been to quite a few classes by now. And I really want to encourage you to find whatever your baseline breathing pattern is. And what I mean by that is if we're focused on inhaling and exhaling steadily, some of you, it's 3 seconds to inhale, 3 seconds to exhale. Some of you might be 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 2 and 3. You have to figure out what works best for you and your body. And it is a deliberate, purposeful breath rather than just allowing your body to breathe on its own. Because while we do just breathe automatically, we don't have an optimal breath, especially with a lung condition. So that's where you have to stay focused throughout exercises. And as exercises get challenging, you have to push yourself even more to maintain a breathing pattern, to breathe out through pursed lips. Okay, so try to get a little bit of a count going in the back of your mind. So even as we start to move an arm across our body, and we're starting to increase the intensity, increase the challenge for our lungs. Maybe in your head, you're counting inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. And the numbers I'm using, it's not the perfect number. You got to find what your numbers are, what your optimal breathing pattern time is, okay? And I really strongly encourage you to keep up that running counter in the back of your head. Breathing in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, okay? And you'll find that you might not be able to maintain that pattern once we reach a certain intensity, but purposeful breathing is still important. So even as you shorten the time, get into a purposeful breathing pattern. All right, now we're gonna just reach our arm behind us, almost like you're holding a cup and you're tossing it out over your shoulder, or trying to touch your thumb to your upper back. Good. Now as we do this time, instead of lifting up the heels, I want you lifting up the toes and the ball of your foot. Think tapping your feet to the music. And we're still maintaining that purposeful breathing pattern. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. Good. There we go, everybody. Breathing out through pursed lips like you're breathing out a whole line of candles. Because if you were breathing out just one candle, it would be just a big puff. But we want that steady. There we go. All right, shake out those arms. Now I'm going to get you to touch your foot across your body and then bring it back. So touch it across, bring it back. Touch across, bring it back. Across, bring it back. Cross, bring it back. There we go. So I'm just stepping my foot across my body before I bring it back. With your hands, what I'm going to get you to do is to put them together, and the pattern is across your body, away from your crossing over foot. So we got that little bit of rotation there, but I'm not moving through my back. I'm keeping the torso nice and still. as the hands reach across the body. There we go, everybody. Again, maintain that breathing pattern. Excellent. Last couple here. And rest. Good. So now what I'm going to get you to do is we're just lifting up one knee, but we're also going to stretch up one arm up, but stretch the other down. And then we're going to switch. So a knee lifts, we reach our hands away from each other, and then back. Reach and back. Reach and back. Reach and back. Reach and back. There we go. Now remember that purposeful breathing pattern. Whatever your numbers are. Making sure to exhale through pursed lips. Good work, everybody. Good, and rest. Brilliant.
Hello?
Okay, so now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to start increasing the
thanks.
intensity a little bit. And what that's going to look like is we're going to pump your arms.
Go over that one again?
And just remember, if we're on the phone, guys, just put yourselves on mute. That would be perfect. So as you pump your arms, we're going to step our feet forward.
Just on a
1,
call.
2, back 2.
Perhaps
Forwards 2.
the telemorphin,
back 2.
maybe a little bit later, not right now. The other
There we
one
go.
is
So almost like you're
Carbatic
stepping forwards and backwards. So keep going.
What we're saying. Maybe a little bit later.
There we go. So keep going. That's a good reminder. And I know sometimes we think we're on mute, but just always double check for me. That would be perfect. So pump the arms, stepping forwards and back. And if you have any questions or concerns, or if something doesn't feel right, please unmute yourself and ask away, because those are the kinds of things that I love to hear. Well, I like to hear all the noise because it's quite funny to me. It just sometimes gets disruptive to other people. All right, so we've got about 20 seconds left of this movement. I'm glad to see we're seeing the pattern. So we're going to do a couple different patterns with stepping. You can do them seated or standing. 3, 2, and rest there. And then we're going to have 30 seconds in between to recover. Okay. Now, how intensely you move for that minute is up to you. Make it challenging, but doable. Okay. Remember, in that 30 seconds, you might want to go into that recovery position, which is your hands or forearms on your thighs. We're still keeping that chest up to open up our airways. All right. Good. Now we're going to tap side to side with our toe. So our toes tap side to side. And as we reach across, let's go. So we've got a minute here. It is up to you. Remember, if moving both arm and leg is too intense, feel free to move just your arms or just your legs. Okay, that will reduce the intensity. And I want you moving at an intensity where you're finding yourself huffing and puffing a little bit. That can also look like it's hard. It would be difficult to just talk. Okay, you could say a couple words, then you need to focus on your breathing pattern, then you could keep going. But you shouldn't be able to just keep talking. You shouldn't be able to sing because that takes quite a lot of lung capacity to do. Don't worry, I won't make you sing in class. Okay, and 3, 2, and rest. Now, some of you might actually respond better to what's called active recovery. And active recovery is where you maintain a little bit of movement, but it's very, very light movement, and it sometimes helps you recover your breathing better. But some of you, it's going to definitely be best to just go into that recovery position and just focus on your breathing pattern, right? Trying to slow the breathing down. Remember, even if you're huffing and puffing a little bit, that exhale through pursed lips is still happening. It might sound like this. Okay, but at some point it starts to slow down until you get more into that elongated exhale. Okay. Now we're going to get our feet, gang, moving. Keep them tight together, and our arms are going to follow. It goes out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. Let's go. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. And if you're going, that is too much coordination, and I'm not getting the cardio, you can focus on just the arms or legs, okay? Make sure this gets challenging but doable for yourself. Good, maintain your breathing pattern as you go. Good work, everybody. Excellent, you're almost there. You've got 10 seconds left. The best that you can. Remember, get an intensity where you're huffing and puffing a little bit. And rest. Good. So either a little bit of active recovery or just get right into the recovery position. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Nice. There we go. And I'm seeing some thumbs up, which is good. I didn't see any thumbs down, which is excellent. That's very, very good. Okay, team, ready for the next one? We're going to go into a bit of a V. So whether you're seated or standing, your feet are going to step out to the side, then they're going to come back to the middle, and then out to the other side, back to the middle. Okay, so forward out to the side, back to the middle, forward out to the side. It helps if you're seated at the edge of your seat. And if that really just feels awkward for you, feel free just to tap one foot out at a time, and we're creating that V shape. Ready? Let's go. And just focus on the feet for now, because the next series is going to focus on the upper body. Good. It doesn't have to be big steps. It can be really little steps. There we go. Well done, everybody. Maintain that breathing pattern. Brilliant. And just do the best that you can. You're here for you today. This is your class, your exercises, and you got here. You're doing awesome. Good. We're almost there. Three, 2, and rest. Brilliant. So get into that breathing pattern, maybe your recovery position. Good, just keep the chest up. And as I said, we just focused more so on the legs. So next is going to be the upper body. All right. So here's the pattern with your arms. We're going to push out, back in, and then out to the side, back in. Okay. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Out, side, out, side. Go outside. It's nice out there. There we go. I don't know about anyone else, but the Okanagan has had some weird weather the last couple days. Been very windy. This morning it rained super hard and now the sun's shining, but it still looks kind of gray. Can't make up its mind. Good. Out front to the side, out front to the side. Maintain your breathing pattern. There we go. Almost there. So again, try to work at an intensity where you're huffing and puffing a little bit, but still able to take in a full breath and still maintain your breathing pattern. Good. 3, 2, and rest. Nice work. We've got an extra fun one next, and it'll be our last bout of cardio. How does that sound?
Depends what comes next, Jill.
I can't tell you.
I know, it's a secret.
More cardio.
I don't want anyone's Wi-Fi to suddenly stop working.
Yeah, she's got
All
something
right.
for us.
I sure do. So now we're going to circle our hands over top of one another. And if you can, I want you bouncing your feet. You can kind of gallop. You can bounce both, or you can just march, but try to get that bit of a bounce in. Can almost sound like a, yeah, galloping. Can almost sound like a horse. It's often quite a bit more challenging cardio-wise than just marching. So see if you can get your feet bouncing. Even if you're standing, that bounce can look a little bit like this, almost like you're taking those soft, sneaky steps. But you can get into that little bit of a bounce, even if your foot doesn't fully leave the ground. Good. We're almost there. Try to change directions on the circles if you can. Last couple seconds, everybody. 3, 2, and rest. Woof. See, I told you it was going to be fun. So now we're going to take a full minute to recover. This is a great time to grab a sip of water. Okay. And then after this nice long rest, we're going to use our weights. How's everyone's water intake? Pretty good? Is anyone else struggling to drink enough water in a day?
Yeah, some days it's low.
Yeah. I've been doing this new thing where I forget to drink water
Yeah,
until it's too late, and it's bad. You just feel gross. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but your body kind of stiffens up more too.
How much do you recommend?
You know, the the recommended intake is 2 liters, but it really depends on you. I would say definitely no less than a liter, but try to aim for kind of 1.5 to 2 liters.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's a bit different. Some people are told based on certain medications, or if their bodies are really good at retaining water, to drink a little bit less. But unless your doctor has told you that you need to do that, then drinking a little bit more. The problem is sometimes people try to increase their water intake too much too soon, and then you just have to pee a lot. And that can be a frustrating experience. So if you feel like you need to drink a bit more water, I would recommend just try to add an extra half a glass. And do that for 5 days or until next Tuesday. And then I'll remind you, okay, everyone increase their water by a full glass. Okay. All right, that's our pact, everybody. Everyone has to start drinking unless you know you're drinking enough and you feel good.
Does
Everyone's
coffee
increasing it by half a glass. Does coffee count?
3 of those a day.
Well, that's good, Rick. You know, coffee's an interesting one because while you're intaking fluid, it's also a diuretic. And what diuretics do is it encourages your body to get rid of water.
Okay.
So it kind of cancels itself out.
If you're on a liquid restriction though, let's say 2 liters, that includes coffee, tea, milk, or juice or whatever as 2 liters.
Correct. Yep.
Milk sounds so good.
Yep, that's right. So again, I had my little disclaimer. If you've been told, you know, to limit how much fluid you intake, listen to your doctor on that one. But if you haven't been told that,
Yeah.
and you feel like you know often don't drink enough, then our goal together is to increase our water by half a glass.
Okay.
Even if it's a small glass. Now, on that note,
That includes everything.
yeah, if you're on a limitation, then follow those restrictions for sure. And that'll include everything. And one thing to be aware of if you're on a fluid restriction is certain fruits and vegetables are very high in water. So you almost want to account for those too.
Yeah, I have to watch it.
Yeah, and some people do. Yeah, you're not alone. All right, so grab your band, everybody. We're starting with the stretchy band. All right. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do what's called a combo movement, meaning we're going to do 2 movements together as one exercise. So it makes it more fun, really. We're going to take the band and you're going to put it underneath both feet. And you can have your feet as close together or as far apart away as you would like. Now, we've practiced often hinging at our hips without our back doing anything. Again, if you've got any osteoporosis, not arthritis, porosis in your spine, just be a little more cautious. But we're going to bend forward. You're going to grab a little bit lower on the band, so there's not a lot of loose band hanging. And from here, we're going to tighten our glutes. Those are those bum muscles, and we're going to pull ourselves back up. Now, once we're leaning back slightly, there should be tension on the band. If there's not, then let's reset, grab a little bit lower on the band, and then pull. Good. Has everyone got that movement to start? Bend over and pull ourselves back up. Good. We keep our chests up as we bend over. Now, here's where the combo movement comes in. We're bent over. We're going to pull our elbows up to the ceiling. Then we're going to relax our arms again, and then we're going to pull ourselves up. Woo! So bend forward from the hips. Pull your elbows up and then down, and then pull yourself up. Good. And then down. Pull your elbows up. Down. Pull yourself up. And down. Pull your elbows up. Down. Pull yourself up. Good. Pull your elbows up. Now remember, if something doesn't feel right, please make sure you tell me. I'm always happy to adjust things. Okay. And especially as we increase the complexity of a movement, it makes it harder to do it correctly. So if you've got questions, or if you know it doesn't feel quite right, I'm super happy to get you doing it again and making small adjustments so that feels good for you. But we're just going to do one more if you can. Good. Keep the chest up. That helps prevent you from rounding your back. And then relax. You're going to take the band out from underneath your feet. Good. All right. And now we're going to put the band around our back.
Where
Pardon?
can you find the bands that you can use?
Oh, you can find them. I mean, you can order them online for sure. And then if you've got a Walmart, London Drugs, Home Sense, Sport Check, Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all places you can find them. So a lot of the people don't get the ones with handles.
Okay.
So you don't need one with handles. Sometimes it's easier. Some people prefer it. But if someone wants to just hold up their band, I guess I'm spotlighted, aren't I? But it's just a piece of rubber.
Okay.
And that's a
Okay.
very excellent point, because not everybody has a band. So I'll make sure to show you what to do if you don't.
Okay.
They come in
Yeah.
various strengths too.
Yeah, you can usually get them. They usually come in, what, a 3-pack?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes kind of with like a light, medium, and heavy, and you just start off with the light, and then it gives you some options to work your way up.
So where do you find that?
Oh, any of the places I listed?
Okay.
Yeah, they just often come as a 3-pack.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Of
Jill?
course.
Jill, the BC Lung sent a lot of us packs with 3-packs in about 2 years ago. I don't know that they still have some or not. Like a folder with the 3 sizes of rubber bands plus quite a bit of information on using them.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to double check with Maureen at the end of class and see if they have any left available. 2 years ago, they might not, but we'll check in, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, so just remind me when we're stretching. And we'll ask Maureen, okay? So take the band around your back, and it's okay if you don't have a band. If you don't, I just want you to hold a weight and whatever you're using as a weight. Soup can, water bottle. You can even do this with just your body. But if you have a weight, you're just gonna hold it in front of you and do the same movement. And all we're gonna do is we're going to push our hands out in front of us and lift up one knee and then bring it back. So again, it's pushing your hands out. And this time we're going to lift up our other knee and then bring it back. Push the hands, lift up a knee. Good. Push the hands, lift up a knee. Good. And we're just slowly alternating. There we go. Breathing as we do so. So it is helpful to breathe out as you push your hands out. Good. We're doing just a couple more. Good work. Push and lift. And remember, any movement, so whether you have resistance or not, it's all about the intention with which you do a movement. So if you really push hard, hold that knee up, then slowly bring it back, you're going to get a lot more out of it than just going through the movement. Good. And one more. And rest. Okay. Put the band down.
Put the candle back.
Okay, everybody. Your goal is 5 to 10 sit to stands.
I knew it.
You
I
knew it.
waited for that one, Joe.
You knew it.
Yeah, I did.
It really helps.
Now, today, I have a little challenge for you.
Oh,
Here's your challenge is I would like you to just touch your fingertips behind your ears. If you need the balance support, please use the balance support. Okay. And remember, if you are not standing up and sitting down, then what you're doing is you're pushing your feet into the ground like you're just about to get out of the chair. You know, try to lift your bum out of the chair without actually lifting it out. And you'll feel those muscles tense up. They're doing the work. And then we'll relax. And we'll hold that for the time it takes the standers to stand. Is everyone ready?
ready.
Okay, let's go. So standing up or pushing your feet into the ground. You can still have your fingertips behind your ears. Just with where your fingertips are, do not push on your head or neck. Just touch them, even just touch your fingertips to your jaw. It just adds a little bit extra of a balance component. But I certainly don't want anybody trying to push on their head, even accidentally. So you can push into the ground, or you can stand all the way up and then relax. Good. Push and relax. Push and relax. Good. Goal is 5 to 10, whatever's challenging yet doable. Great job, everybody. I think we're getting close. And one more. Good. That must have been close to all of you getting to your number.
Yeah.
Good. Now, before we repeat it all, I'm throwing in a sneaky fourth exercise today.
Oh,
And here's what it looks like. It's an odd one. You're going to stick your arms out to the side. Okay. And then we're going to, so I want you to think about pulling your elbows back behind you just a little bit, just enough that you feel yourself tighten up between your shoulder blades. Does everyone feel that?
yeah.
So I don't want you pulling back. I just want you pulled back enough that you feel that tightened up. Okay. Now try to hold that, maintain it. And we're just going to lift our wrists up. And you can even think about pulling your elbows forward. And then back down. So I'm going to turn sideways to show you the movement again. So you can see I've got my elbows back slightly, not all the way back, just a little ways. And then I'm rotating at my shoulder to pull my hand and wrist back and almost bring my elbow forward a little bit and then come back down. This is often very tiring in the shoulders. Okay. Can everyone feel that at the back of their shoulders?
Yes.
Maybe everywhere. It shouldn't hurt. So if it does, please make sure you tell me.
Should the stomach push forward when your hands are up like that?
It can a little bit,
Okay.
more so the chest than the stomach. But I get what you mean.
Like this, not here. And then-
Good. If anyone finds any pain with that exercise, I want you to start off with your elbows down by your side instead. Okay. But this is quite a fatiguing exercise. And the reason I'm making you do this or asking you to do this is because we're strengthening that upper back to help get us into that proud posture. And that proud posture is going to help us take in a deeper breath. Because once we've opened up, it opens up the rib cage so that the rib cage can expand as our lungs expand. Okay. Now shake it out. How did that exercise feel?
I think it was punishment.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with working small muscle groups. Sometimes it's so tiring that it hurts because sometimes we haven't learned the difference between tired, sore, and pain. But once you've kind of shook your arms around, is it better?
Yes.
Then it was just tired. And small muscles that get tired and they're not used to getting tired, they complain loudly. But that's always your goal, guys, is if you do something, you go, oh, that's sore, and you stop and it's still sore, okay, that was not good. But if it feels like it's sore and then you stop and it's like, oh, that soreness stopped now that I've stopped the movement, often that's just tired.
It certainly helps the lungs open up.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it certainly does. And that's why I ask you guys to oftentimes do those different movements through the upper back, through the chest and shoulders. Okay. All right. Now we get to repeat all that. What was the first exercise with the weight? It was with the band and it was under our feet.
All right.
And so once again, if you don't have a band, just hold a weight and you can do the same movement. Your hands will just be in a slightly different position, rather out to the side. Unless you have two weights, you're welcome to use them. You can hold the one weight kind of more in between your legs. You'll find that a little bit easier to do. Okay, and with the band, we're just leaning forward, grabbing low on the band. And then from here, we pull down and then come up. And as you come up, really think about pushing through your feet, clenching your glutes. Those are those bum muscles. Pretend to crack a walnut with those strong muscles. Pull down and come up. And down, pull, down, come up. Back down, pull, down, come up. Good. And down, pull, down, come up. And down, pull, down, up. And down, pull, down, up, down, pull, down, up. Good. Down, pull, down, up. Last one, down, pull, down, up. Brilliant. Relax there. Grab your band or your weight. If you got the band, it's going around your back. All right, and push your hands forward, lift up your knee and bring it back. Push and lift and back. Push and lift and back. Push and lift and back. Good. Remember, it's helpful to breathe out as you push your hands out. Good work, everybody. Push and exhale. Push and exhale. Push with purpose. Good. Okay, we're doing just two more. Two. Bring it back. And last one. Good. And rest. Well done. Okay, you can put the band to the side. What comes next?
Stand up.
Oh, sit to stand.
Sit to stand. We get to stand up
Our
or
favorite.
push our feet into the ground. Our favorite. I know, I'm excited too.
I knew
All
you
right.
would be.
5 to 10. Ready and go. So you can either push your feet into the ground or stand up. Remember, I'm encouraging you to keep your fingertips either kind of by your jawline or just at the ears. Good. So you can press your feet into the ground, feel those muscles tighten up. They're fired up, and then rest. Good. Well done, everybody. Push your feet down or stand up. Woo. We're almost done. I'm going to count out 2 more. So push, 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 and relax. And now just 1 more. Push, 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 and relax.
Oh,
Whew. Okay, now just 1 more. 1 more. Those elbows up, pull them back slightly, just so you feel your upper back, your shoulder blades tighten up, and then pull, open, and down. Go slow and steady. Again, if you feel like this tightens up your neck or your shoulder doesn't like it, just drop your elbows, keep them by your side, and you can do the same movement just from a different range. Okay. Good work. Maintain your breathing pattern. And rest. Shake out the arms. Woo! Guys, it's stretch time already.
Good.
What happened?
What did you do to your knee?
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right. My knee, I had my ACL repaired 3 months ago.
Uh-huh.
So it's still not fully ready to do everything all the time. My sit to stands are getting better, but I already worked out my legs pretty hard this morning and went on a big walk. So they're a little done in,
Yeah.
which is great because I get to show different modifications.
Good.
And I don't want anyone to feel like they shouldn't do the modification. They absolutely should.
So that stuff sticks pretty good, eh?
Yeah, it's meant for activities, so it's good that way. We're just gonna pull up an elbow and gently press it back. Great job, everybody. And switch arms.
Since it sticks really well, when you take it off, does it hurt like a Band-Aid? Taking off a Band-Aid on, you know.
It does. It does. What's normally recommended is you can keep it on for a couple days. And I find after 2 or 3 days, and especially once it's wet, it is a bit easier to take off.
Right.
But it is equivalent to taking off a big long Band-Aid.
Ooh.
Some people are a bit sensitive to it, so they can't wear it all the time.
So guys with hairy legs wouldn't like it too much.
No.
Well, yeah, and it's often recommended any sort of tape job, even let's talk about, a football player who needs a taped ankle to play. It's always recommended they shave the area that's going to be taped because it just makes a better tape job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stretch your leg out in front of you and reach towards your toes.
Is it, excuse me, is it reusable?
No, it's not. So it's not a good long-term solution. So if you are in need of more frequent support, that's where often a brace is better. And just keep doing your exercises too, for sure. But I find it most helpful for people who are wanting to do something, and either their joint is just not quite ready for it, and that little bit of tape makes it ready for it, or just to take away a little bit of temporary pain. And switch legs. This is great. You guys are full of questions today. That's more fun for me.
So yeah, so I heard somebody mentioned about the exercise bands that Bisalang sent out about 2 years ago. That was actually part of our COVID care package, which we sent out to thousands of people that were on our mailing list for the Better Breathers program. Yeah, so those are limited. Yeah, we don't have any more of those, but those ones were called TheraBand. I believe there was we ordered them online from a company, but like Jill had mentioned, there's a lot of stores where you can find similar exercise. Yeah, just like London Drugs, I've seen that with Shoppers as well, and Sport Check, Walmart. So lots of different options. If you do online shopping, there's tons on Amazon as well.
I think Winners carries some too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right. Winners carries them.
Like this.
Yep. Winners and Canadian Tire. They're easily found, which is a good thing.
Yeah, especially now that we're coming up to like summer, I guess. They are starting to
Mhm.
have the exercise and sports equipment. A lot of the stores.
Yeah, it's great. It's very, very great. Guys, I'm just gonna get you to turn either sideways in your chair or just to drop a leg back behind you. Let's stretch out the front of that hip. Any other questions?
The
So we
band
get to
you're-
fatten up over the summer then, do we?
Nope, you got to do the classes online. And I always offer a discount for BC Lung members to participate in some of my other classes.
Oh, okay.
So either got to do it on your own or you get a little support that way.
Mhm. Okay.
And Flo, you had a question too?
Yes, the band you have, is it just one band over the other under the knee, or is it actually tacked together? Like, is it,
Oh, the tape.
yeah.
Yeah, it's two separate pieces. So I get this stuff in, it comes with 20 pre-cut strips. You can also get a big roll, and that's more for clinicians. You know, I would get that for some of my clients and my athletes if it needed to be more custom. But the pre-cut strips, yeah, I just use two and put them on there.
Yeah, it's plastic isn't for eating.
What's that?
Oh, my cat's eating after plastic. He thinks there's
Oh.
some food in it.
There we go. Remember, guys, if you gently tuck your hip, kind of like a dog tucking their tail, it will increase the stretch at the front of that hip. Perfect. Okay, you can relax there. Let's just stretch one arm up, stretch the other down, and then we'll take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, you can slowly breathe it out. And then again, breath in. Slowly breathe it out. Switch hands. And deep breath in. Slowly breathe it out. Deep breath in. Slowly breathe it out. And you can shake out the hands, shake out the legs, roll the shoulders back. And well done, everybody.